I'm here in my motorhome. Actually, I did a little work to it. So anyway, I'm so happy to meet people that are sincerely nice. I tell you what, I've met, a lot of men, and I'll actually talk to men. I just won't talk to these low-life bitches. And all these people that I meet on my walks and stuff every day, I leave them with a great smile. And it's a privilege to be the Holy Father's son. It really is. I've been put through hell, and I guess there's, great pain with great what I get out of this. I never knew I was connected to Satan and Eve. I did not know I was connected to Eve. I've had things happening off and on throughout my whole life. And all I ever said was, you don't plant weeds in my backyard, and I won't plant weeds in your backyard. And they goddamn did. They came in my backyard, and they kept fucking me and fucking me and fucking me. And now, I got so angry that the Holy Father's just fucking pissed, and he's furious. And I got Satan and Eve on this side. And I could pull out the Bible and talk about what it says. But it says, if I say it so, it will be so. I told everybody, you're breathing my air. And that's what the Holy Father's been telling me. He says, you're no match for me. He says,
are you being serious? Thank you.
A lot of things. I mean, I've asked God, you just, either you give me liberty or you give me death. You strike me down, Holy Father. I ask God to nail me. You nail me or you nail him. Well, I'm just telling you, the East Coast is going to get goddamn nailed. Matter of fact, it looks like California is, and Washington's going to end up getting some bad weather too out of it, I believe. Hey, I'll tell you what, it doesn't look good from my standpoint, the way that I feel. The blowaway plan is just blow your ass goddamn away. When I said the Holy Father's prayer, the Lord's Prayer, I've had a great wind come upon me up there at my mother's place, 561 Northwest Rhode Island's place. And it was just something else, and that was before my dad's death. George, 13 letters for the Zodiac Killer is George L. Wright. There's no way around it. George was the Zodiac. George was D.B. Cooper. That bowling alley in Morton, you look it up right now. You look it up right now, and it is painted black. Why would it be painted black on the inside of that bowling alley next to the mortuary? And everything else. It doesn't matter if you deny it. The truth is the truth. I've had friends just fucking killed over that bowling alley. And my family has lived with the luxury of celebrities. And even the sheriff that was at my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, my brother-in-law and sister's place up there in Olympia on Delphi and Alpine like Alpine Bowl. My sister's following signs. Delphi, the Defiance. But the Browns property's right next to it. Well, the Browns property's next to the mortuary in Morton, Washington. And also, Kyle and Brian and Andy died on Brown Road East in Centralia, Washington. And that would be Matthew's stepbrother, half-brother. Hey, he was more his family than I was, because I wasn't Matthew's real family. I am, his family. Matter of fact, Eve is his family too. Matthew loves Eve more than he does his own mother for what she's goddamn done. But, that everyone's going to have to live with their own thing, and also women are out of the equation. I hate to think what happened to Kathy, because, there's a space. It's called the 8th level of hell, and that's a special place for special fucking people. And also, women that go to the 9th level of hell are blotted out. I couldn't pass judgment on Kathy, and I couldn't pass judgment upon my own family members. So it's up to the Holy Father. I just say, I can't do it, and the Holy Father will render judgment upon those people himself, because, like the Holy Father said, or Satan and Eve, I'll kill for you, and they will kill for me because I'm Adam from Adam and Eve. And Satan and Eve owes me so goddamn bad for what they've fucking done. And I was told that God will annihilate the world around me. A tiller, like Cain, tiller, that's Eve's son. A tiller of the world. And anyway, I got that out of it too. I just deal with the Holy Father, Satan and Eve, and I also know that I'm not getting what I usually get out of being in my motorhome and the luxury of just going out and being places. I don't get the workout that I did at the Rama when I'm there, and I don't think I get this good quality of time with the Holy Father because I got a bunch of fucking smokers around me. And not that they're bad people, they're good people in a bad situation. You know what? Hey, when Friday the 13th came along, all these women on Chatterbait, they got clean. They got so much cleaner. And you can look back at my videos and stuff, and I talk about all of this, how all of these women, they used to look really goddamn trashy. They look so much better. And even the women that I meet now look a lot better than before. I mean, it's like this trashiness, it's like the best side of these people are out. And another thing I want to touch base on is, you're alive after Friday the 13th of 24. Hey, it's Yahshua inside the cup, Yahshua outside the cup. I consider myself lucky to be alive from 2014 and made it up to this point. And I'll tell you what, there's people that God has used along the way that I'll never forget. Like the radiant one down at the bank. I will never forget coming in and looking at her name and just saying, well, and hearing, do you hear the music now? And I don't know whether she's married or not. I think she said she was married. I just want to blot it out because I've been through so much that even if the woman wasn't married, I don't know. I just wouldn't want nothing to do with nobody right now. Not that I don't like women. It's just that, well, it's like a big shock therapy to me, and I keep going through it. And that's what's deadly too. I've played this, I've smoked cigarettes and stuff. When I was on my walk today with my chain right over there, chain I call it. Oh look, I ate some cookies, I must be depressed. I usually don't eat sugar, but you know what? Those are vanilla too, by the way, it's not chocolate. Not that it makes a difference, there's a lot of sugars in that pack. Now, the thing about when I was walking and I was going up the hill and stuff like this, boy, I tell you, I labored hard because I smoked 3 packs of cigarettes in total. And I don't believe I'll be buying any more cigarettes either. You're only 1 cigarette away from starting again. I heard that from my sister, but it is true. And a professional told her that. So, just to let you know, she's not that smart. A professional told her that one. So, But when I meet people along the way, I meet incredible people. I meet a lot of men. I met a few women today. I always have fun with the people because it's so entertaining to the Holy Father and Satan and Eve. You know, they get something out of it, and I'm not getting that out of being at the Rama, you know. So there's a conflict there. You know, I'm going to be in my motorhome whether people like it or not, whether law enforcement likes it or not. And there's not too much they can do about it unless they want to have a conflict with the Holy Father and Satan and Eve. And you'll be dealing with those people goddamn directly because, fuck, I had to. Hey, when they have me grabbed by my fucking balls telling me what I'm going to goddamn do, I don't have no fucking choice. And by the way, neither do you. You have a choice, sure. You could either make the right choice or the wrong choice. And A through Z, 1 through 26, 1 through 26, Donald J. Trump, John Thomas Wright, is in a direct conflict. I've given it over to the Holy Father just like it says, and if I say it so, it will be so. You know, I've got so goddamn angry that, you know, this may backfire on you people here in Camas and Washougal because of that Susan Donahoe bullshit. When I see that 37-foot motorhome down there where me and Eve was at, you know, there's a goddamn fucking problem. I mean, there's a major fucking problem. And if Camas and Washougal gets fucking annihilated, it's not my goddamn fault because of those cops' goddamn stupidity for not fucking waking up and smelling the coffee when they fucking knew. I told them the goddamn fucking truth. So now if you're playing Russian roulette with all these people's lives, I just want you to know you fucking did it. You pissed off the Holy Father. You pissed off Satan. You pissed off fucking Eve. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be in your fucking shoes. Because I've been there. I fucking did that. And I'm never gonna do it a goddamn again. I didn't even have to do anything. I'm Adam. I had to go through fucking hell to be here with you, and you better be fucking happy that I am here with you, because you could have did a lot goddamn worse with someone else like that fucking Donald J. Trump. And who gives a fuck what he fucking does? I see he's given the sternest warning to Russia yet. Well, fuck. Hey, whatever's going to happen, it's in the Holy Father's hand. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, he's tempted the Lord, he's tempted the Holy Father, he's tempted the Holy Spirit, he's tempted Satan, he's tempted Eve. And all these Jesus freaks that's caused friction with little red hats and tampons on their fucking heads and stuff, you piss off the Holy Father, you're gonna have goddamn trouble. And if it resonates to me, it fucking resonates to Satan and Eve. And this isn't no goddamn joke. This is a very serious conversation right now. And you have the luxury of hearing it before it fucking happens. Hey, when the Holy Father comes, you'll hear it on all the news organizations. Oh, and by the way, twin fucking hurricanes coming in on the East Coast. Wow, isn't that something? Now, you got this West Coast thing with this Pineapple Express thing, where you got what? Oh no, that's Jerry over there on the East Coast, and this here's another hurricane or a tropical storm out here off of the United States, off the West Coast. And you know, we have the recipe for a real good fucking the freak storm. You know, the the 200-year storm and all this. Well, I would tell you, you better start praying to Yahshua inside the cup and Yahshua outside the cup, because if you start praying to this Jesus, when this is going on, you're going to piss off the Holy Father, and he's going to goddamn annihilate you in your fucking homes and just throw them around like they're goddamn confetti. I guarantee you that. I goddamn guarantee you that the Holy Father has the power to fucking do things that's very amazing. If he can grab my car, and I can't move my car, and my car's running, and that's a Corvette, and I'm trying to get out of the fucking driveway, it's impossible to move that car. I felt this hand come down and grab my car. And by the way, I felt a hand grab my nuts on Friday the 13th when I was laying on this bed. I had a baby right here. I went through the whole goddamn process. And ladies, I'll sit down with you and have a conversation with you, and you'll say, that's exactly how it is. That's a fucking description of it, because I'll tell you what, Diane from Mike and Diane got her hip broke for tempting the Lord. A storm came in, fucking vortex of weather came in, like a thief in the night, and blow your ass fucking away. Ripped off my fucking door handle off my motorhome. I am not fucking shitting how fast this moved right in, and it will move in. You know, like Moses when he smacked the fucking rock really hard, he was pissed. And what happened? No, they got water all right. God sent them off into the desert for 40 fucking years, wandering around. You know, I was wandering around in my little desert for 40 fucking years. I think almost exactly. When all this fucking hit, finally. I mean, for whatever I had done when I was a child, hey, I lied on the fucking stand. They made me put my hand on the Bible and swear. And then they fucking blame me for the whole goddamn thing. I mean, I've heard it all from my sister Bonnie. All I have to say is there's special places for people like my sister Bonnie. But all the women are out of the equation, so I don't know. And I can't pass judgment on these people, because I just say, fucking, you slice their goddamn throat. Because I hate them that fucking bad. And my family knows how bad I fucking hate. And when I fucking hate somebody, I fucking hate them for the rest of their fucking life. And they better know. I hate them for the rest of their life. And by the way, Jerry, you look pretty fucking chicken, like a little chicken shit when I seen you at the auto parts store. God, what happened? What happened to you, Jerry? You can't even stand up fucking straight anymore. Anyway, and by the rest of you, you fucking stand up straight for Yahshua, because if you don't, you won't stand up at all, because the Holy Father will probably annihilate you. I mean, I don't give a fuck what you do. But I'm just telling you, women are out of the equation. Eve's gonna fucking pay for her sins 2,000 years. When I'm asleep, she gets to come out and do whatever the fuck she wants. Sometimes she comes in and bothers me, and sometimes it's like Carrie in a fucking prom room, and I really don't like that, and I don't like that spiritual attack that I've been having in the past. And even on the 30th of July, and I've documented it, I was attacked where I went to the Rama and stayed in a room, you know, because it fucking just about, I don't know, maybe it almost fucking killed me. But it sure seemed like somebody put a hit on my life, just like I put a hit on Hulk Hogan's life. I didn't know how I was doing it when I was doing it. It just takes over. It just takes over. Satan and Eve could just take over a person's life and make them do something. Come right in. Here, a law enforcement officer that's a bad apple, you know, that thinks they're so fucking smart, when they pull out their gun and it goes just up like this, their head, they fucking kill themselves. it's no one's fault except your own for fucking being a dirty apple, a dirty seed and stuff, because Satan and Eve will annihilate you. They could see the reflections and stuff on the mirrors and stuff. And the way that the Holy Father says, if you do what's right, it will be accepted. You see, I don't need a playbook. I don't even need the Bible to tell you the truth about the matter. And by the way, most of the stuff that I'm saying, they'll say, well, that's biblical. That is biblical. You know, that's what it was. And the one thing it was when this was all happening, on Friday the 13th, and I made this here document up where I turned this over to the Holy Father and I wrote out this whole thing, you know. God's so good, he says if I say it, it will be so. So I turned this over to the Holy Father now, and I turned the whole thing over to the Holy Father because I couldn't handle it any fucking longer. You see? God won't give you more than you could take. God will only give you what you could take, and he will fucking take over at that point. You know, and that's one of those things. God will only give you what you could take. You know, he won't give you no more, but he knew I was on the threshold of fucking just blowing up. And I still am on the threshold of blowing up. But at least it's in the Holy Father's hands instead of mine, because I would get so goddamn pissed off that I'd want everyone to die. And by the way, I've even made statements to say so. You know, I mean, I don't really want people to fucking die. But God's told me that the people around me, you know, I mean, outside of my territory, you know, can get annihilated. I mean, it's pretty fucking clear to me that, you know, we don't need all this life on the planet, and God may just turn around and just annihilate it, and he'll use good for evil. And, you know, Donald Trump and Russia and stuff, they want to exchange and fire. I say push the fucking button. We'll see what happens, because if God can stop me from leaving that car, he could stop anything from happening, and it's in the Holy Father's hands. And Satan and Eve does what the Holy Father wants, too, to accomplish his goals. Me, I get to sit in the center of it and just watch it to and fro happen now that I understand what I'm seeing. And I still don't want to see the news, because I've seen the stuff that's on the news. And I can only warn you, I told you about the things that I'm seeing on the news resonate. And I've told you that. And it's just like the scientists saying now we're losing the air and stuff on the planet, and it's rupturing even more than they thought. Well, yes it is. And I told you that the Holy Father says, as you're breathing my air. You know, it's just like the Holy Father says, you pay me, you give me what's mine, and you won't have no problem with me. And by the way, they haven't attempted to pay me one goddamn dime or settle any fucking thing at anything. And by the way, Rick Rife's not even out of fucking prison. And my brother Jerry and my family members have the luxury of living up there, living in the life of luxury, because they're free. If they've got food on their fucking table and have a roof over their fucking head, they're living in a luxury that they denied me. And also, they've even stole everything, all of my inheritance and any fucking belongings, those goddamn garbage people. And those goddamn garbage sheriffs like Bruce Kimsey. And by the way, Don Burgess, hey, I'm not scared of Don Burgess and the rest of the fucking clan. I'll tell you a story about Don Burgess. Don Burgess, the star witness of the Merwin case, that testified against somebody that he knew to frame that man because his loyalty to Jerry Wright. I mean, these two people could be butt fuckers, switch wives in the whole 9 yards. And You know, Jerry wouldn't even want Don to know that he was fucking Kay on the side. You know, Don would probably want to kill him. And though Kay's dead, she can't tell, but hell, who gives a fuck anyway? You know, I'll tell you another thing. I've never seen a ring that could plug a hole. Oh, did I just make some points or what? I'm not here to make no fucking points. I'm here to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm a sinner. I'm Eve's husband. I'm Eve's Adam. You know, someday Eve's supposed to be my wife, not Satan's wife. Although, I say Satan can have Eve because he had her first. They're supposed to come out of hell pure. You know, and another thing, Satan's supposed to come out in 1,000 years. Where am I going to be in 1,000 years? Probably sitting there with Eve, getting to know her in hell. I don't know about at that point, but I can only ponder. Now, I'm telling you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. I see weather storms on the one side of the United States, on the other side I see Trump with all this here stuff. Hey, who tempted the Holy Father on this one? And tune in next time to the DBCC's BS, the Holy Father Son in action. You know, I'm thinking about going up to Beacon Rock. You know, God says all I have to do is, I got the iron rod right here, I'll show you. I mean, it's not too far away, it's just right here. It's just an iron rod. I use it as like a baton, just spin it around and stuff. But anyway, you know, as far as I know, I could just take a fucking rock, just go like that, and just hit it like that. But, you know, Moses, he got so pissed off, he hit the rock, and God was mad at him. Now, Satan wants me to really bash it. And I seem to think, you know, this iron rod right here, if I hit a rock really fucking hard, this iron rod is not going to bend, and it may hurt my wrists. And for that reason, and that reason alone, is one of those things where God tells me, you know, I don't have to hit that, I just tap it. And that's Satan that tells me, you just whack it as hard as you fucking can, and you pick up a boulder and you smash it as hard as you can. And Satan knows how to fire me goddamn up, along with everything else negatively that increases the horsepower on that one. And, you know, seeing Susan Donahoe, this is down here at the steamboat landing. This is where I met Eve down here. This is the last place where I go. I sit down there and I get a look at where I sat and Eve sat. You know, and thinking about every goddamn thing that happened. And I'll tell you what, the Holy Father brought me here. And I'll tell you what, there's going to be goddamn fucking trouble if I ever fucking leave this place and turn my back on Camus, like I fucking am prepared to do so, because I'm so goddamn angry about what happened to Matthew Thomas Wright. I'm just telling you the truth. That boy lost his life when I went through this here on this here bed on Friday the 13th out there on Denver Lane. He was going through something too. He was getting butchered. He's got his genitals cut off. He's got fucking fire on him. They've burnt him in a satanic act, and I can see it goddamn all in my mind, and I'm being told by Eve and stuff, he's here with me, and he's being that. He's okay. He don't feel pain. And by the way, everyone, I have to fucking live with it all. So don't fucking cross me in Camus or fucking Washougal. Don't even fuck with me. You know why? I'll wish you are dead and your fucking children's children. And I'm talking to the law enforcement officers now, and there's no goddamn bones about it. You fucking do what's right and it will be accepted. I don't want to see that goddamn Susan Donahoe, that 37-foot fucking motorhome or anything else. And if you cops don't like it, you can line up and fucking shoot me and gun me goddamn down. I've had a fucking enough. Do you goddamn understand me, you motherfuckers?
I'm about that fucking mad at you. And what? I just look at you and smile because I know Satan and Eve's gonna butcher you bitches that cross me. Isn't that fucking nice? How do you fucking like me now? I'm the nicest guy in the world until you fucked with my kids, you goddamn officers. You goddamn got that? Every fucking one of you are on my fucking shit list. And the women are all out of the equation. You had nothing to do with it. If you were leading the fucking job, ladies, we wouldn't have this goddamn fucking betrayal by a bunch of fucking lunatic men. They're in last place. They're not in fucking first place to get into hell. It's gonna be women and children first, and you better fucking know I'll be there fucking first waiting for you. You're never gonna get into hell before you fucking meet me, and you already goddamn met me. So guess what? You may never get into fucking heaven, but you sure in the fuck are gonna go to hell. Now what level, that's up to you. You do what's right, it will be accepted. You can just look at it this way. It's been fucking washed off on that end of it. But from fucking now on, you goddamn do what's right and you will be fucking accepted is the way I look at it. Eve's time's over and so is Satan. You all are lucky to be fucking alive after the Friday the 13th and after what happened in 2014. I truly tell you that. And I'm just as serious. And I am sincere. I'm the nicest guy that people meet, and I know I give them hope instead of goddamn dope. Like a bunch of fucking lunatics cops allow these people in these fucking loser motorhomes and stuff to fucking sell dope or whatever they do. They're fucking lunatics inside of those. I fucking met these goddamn people. They come up and tell me, you're one of us. I'm not one of you, and don't you law officers treat me as such. Or I will fucking treat you like you are one of those and they're goddamn garbage. And you clean up the garbage and you will be goddamn accepted. The people in the fucking center depend on you. All of these people that I meet that's good depend on you cops to do the right thing, and we won't have problems any goddamn more. And by the way, those credit unions, Peak Credit Union, Twin Star Credit Union, the Twin County Credit Union that started on Pearl Street. And by the way, George L. Wright left a tie with a pearl on it right in the seat of the 727 with 8 cigarette butts. He had 8 family members that was there, and I was included in it from what I understand. And it goes on. The evidence is there. You do what's right, it will be accepted. Hey, if you give me my fucking reward money, I goddamn love you a little bit more than hate you a fucking whole lot less. You know what I mean? Do you goddamn understand that? Hey, everybody out there fucking knows that you guys are garbage. You won't even pay up on fucking reward money. And now you want to talk about Kyron Horman? You know that boy? Hey, he got fucking taken from the Skyline School. You know there was a fucking insurance policy there and a fucking attorney and people getting a cut of the fucking dough. And how about Jean-Benet Ramsey? And Patsy, she had a cop fucking connected to her for the rest of her fucking life. Because why? There was an insurance involved in that. And Jean-Benet's own dad fucking goes around with this pathetic fucking story about that goddamn thing. It's an inside fucking job. It's an inside job on that girl's murder, just like it's an inside job on that boy's murder. And there's always an insurance policy, and there's always fucking cops right there involved in the whole goddamn thing. How about Terry L. Horman? There's always an L in the middle of the fucking name. I tell you, the law uses that one, that's for sure. And I'll talk to you guys later. I'm telling you the most sincerest thing. It's Yahshua inside the cup, Yahshua outside the cup. The frictions of the world is caused by a bunch of fucking bullshit. You be praying to Jesus now that the Holy Father's in control. Through this, here, I'm just telling you the goddamn truth. You pray to Yahshua, you pray to Jesus, and you're going to be getting fucking trouble. You're going to think, I'm praying, I don't know why it's happening. It's because you goddamn fucking like calling the Holy Father goddamn names. Well, now you're in fucking trouble for doing so. Or calling his son names. And that's even worse. What'd you do to my boy? You fucking butchered him on the cross, and now you're trying to fucking call him a slang name? Think about it. Think about what the fuck that they've done in the past. And just think, your next move could be possibly your last move. And that's what the Holy Father was telling me up there, and that's what he's telling me now too. Your next move could be possibly your last move. And my ass has been put on the line, and an iron rod's been shoved right up your ass, he says to me right now too. And I wish you a good day. It's Yahshua inside the cup, Yahshua outside the cup, and have a fantastic life no matter how long it lasts. You know, if you're living on the East Coast or the West Coast and danger happens, you know, you might want to start praying to Yahshua, because it may pass your house completely. You know, it's like putting the blood around your door. You know, Moses had to go and get blood and put around everyone's door, you know, for the passing of the whole goddamn thing. Although everybody's gonna die, but what level of hell you go to is that. And if you go with Jesus, you're probably gone anyway, and you'll never be saved because you'll be blotted out, of course. I mean, I'm sure. You didn't even identify the Holy Father's Son's name when he came here as Adam to tell you. And isn't that nice? And have a fun time and stuff. If you're working tomorrow, have a great day. If you're driving, whatever, bicycling, be safe. Watch out for others. If you see garbage, clean it up so it doesn't affect others that will see it. Hey, do what you can and be good. Yahshua inside the cup, Yahshua outside the cup. And to all the women out there, I'd like to give you a little pat on the ass and show you my heart. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.